What's up, YouTube? Capital G here, D'Ando commentary. We have the Viper 99, 833 versus Lord Josh, 1284. Burning Abyss versus Nekroz. This is a card that I think is still like amazing. Some people could say it's too slow, but I don't know, man. I still think this card's amazing. So you see Lord Josh obviously trying to summon Yugioh. Nothing you can do against a Mind Crush, right? He gets to see his opponent's entire hand to check for more Yugiohs. He does not have any more, but I think he might not have a play because during Lord Josh's first turn, he summoned, I believe it was Manju. It was met with Effect Veiler, and then he just passed. And Viper was like, oh, okay, you don't have any cards? You don't have any plays? I'm just going to summon Dante and Engineer and all this other shit and just beat your face in. And it looks like that's happening again. And this is why I think that Mind Crush and Veiler are so important right now. A lot of times it's almost like you have a Nekroz player on tilt. You stop the one play that they want to do, and it seems like they just don't really have any other options. We could potentially see an OTK here, or a near OTK. You're probably wondering why he didn't attack Mecha Engineer, because if he did attack it, he would get the draw from Supply Squad. So Supply Squad is still just a really, really good card in theory. Even if you can't blow up your own shit, it just seems really good to me. Alright, so it looks like he is going to go with Tour Guide. He did place a Supply Squad, because it's like, alright, how does Nekroz deal with this field? Like, even with the first Supply Squad, like if they Trishula you, they have to Trish the Supply Squad, because if they attack the other monsters, whatever they just killed out of your hand, you're just going to draw another card anyway, and they're not technically dealing with the problem. Like any monsters you put on board, you just draw. Eventually you will outgrind Nekroz with a deck like Burning Abyss anyways. But I'm trying to think of my my other points. Like, yeah, for them, they have to like instantly kind of hone in on this card. In fact, I feel like most decks do. People think that this card is too slow, but like once it pays for itself one time, like it becomes a huge threat to your opponent. And even if it doesn't, it's still always a huge threat to them, because people have to adjust what they do to Supply Squad. Nobody wants to keep attacking your shit, especially in this deck. Oh, you killed my Dante? Okay, well, I draw and get a card back. Oh, you killed my Skarm? Okay, well, I get a search and I get a draw. So it's like nobody wants to deal with this card, even though it is kind of considered slow. So this looks like this could be game. I guess I have to think that he has Book of Moon now. Oh, he has Forbidden Lance. Okay. That probably would have been... How many cards would I have gotten to before I guess Lance? I don't think I would have gotten past 3 cards before I guess Lance. Mainly because Book of Eclipse covers everything, so he wouldn't have taken the first attack with Book of Eclipse. So you see Burning Abyss definitely getting in. I guess people are starting to run like more non-conventional Burning Abyss type decks. You'll see another one when I upload it. I might upload all of these today. I might wait until tomorrow. A lot of people are probably sick of watching Nekroz, but it's really difficult for me to get a match that doesn't involve Nekroz or Shadows right now. Like, those are by far the most played decks on Dueling Network. Shadows have kind of had like a little like respark, a revolution, if you will. The deck really wasn't that played if you go back like maybe 1 full month ago, and now it's just kind of like it's everywhere. And a lot of it has to do with Jeff Jones. I mean, this dude has the ability to make decks super relevant, especially if they're already good decks too. Alright, so looks like Lord Josh is going second. And second is obviously good. Get more cards. But the thing is, if Viper's able to open with like Mathematician, Supply Squad, he can get so much advantage going first. Like, that shit won't even matter. People have also forgotten how good that play is. The Supply Squad plus Mathematician opening, they're both unlimited. And you can summon Mathman. Well, you activate Supply Squad first. You summon Mathman, get a graph, or hell, just get the summon, get a graph. The graph will blow itself up, you'll draw a card, and then the graph will trigger, you'll get Skarm, you get your Tour Guide, and it's pretty much all Gucci from there. So you see him normal summon graph. Kind of interesting that he would summon it. Maybe he has Mass Change 2? There's like no other reason I would think that he'd want to actually summon this guy. So he is calling that effect, and he does have mass change too. Okay, fair enough. I didn't really see any other reason why you would summon it. He gives up Book of Moon. I agree with that. I don't think Book of Moon's that great against Nekroz to begin with. It's good against the Genlock and like not much else. You know, most of the time I'd rather just have Mirror Force because it kind of like does the same amount to the deck. All right, so you see him dumping that Skarm. The long arm of the law must be paid. He searched out Unicorn, so he could either hit Unicorn or Kaleido Mirror. Yeah, he added Unicorn. So legitimately, he could hit 2 cards and accomplish the same thing, basically. It's pretty obvious that he's trying to go for the what's it called play. So he ends up getting Solemn Scolding. All right, that's a card that wouldn't have helped him until at least his next turn anyway. So if you're Lord Josh, you have to be kind of happy with that. But regardless, let's see if he attempts to press on. Oh, wow. He didn't even have the Kaleido Mirror. That's bad because, I mean, he can still play it and everything. But the fact is his Colossalus has to get banished, and that's not good. Activates Kaleidoscope. And what's he going to pay? I mean, now you might as well go now you might as well even go 12 stars. If you have Valk in your hand, just try and summon it. So he does go for Unicorn. Book of Moon actually wouldn't be that bad now. Oh man, but that is complete hindsight 2020 now, isn't it? Alright, so the payment gets banished, obviously. I believe it does stay in the graveyard because the Unicorn is summoned before the Kaleido Mirror actually hits the graveyard, and the second that the Unicorn is summoned, the what's it called, the Dark Law gets its effect negated unless something changes. Yeah, as far as I know, the Kaleido Mirror will actually hit the graveyard. Its payment won't hit the graveyard. But once the Unicorn hits the field, it's pretty much negating the Dark Law. So he's going to be pretty much forced to exceed, and I guess Castel or Diamond Direwolf. Castel seems a lot better. Oh, he is going to go Diamond Direwolf. That gets met with Karma Cut. Graph is used. It's unfortunate that wasn't a Sir. All of those cards get banished, including the Diamond Direwolf, so he still has no graveyard. And Trishula is now offline. If he could even summon Trishula at this point. Obviously, he can't activate the effect, and whatever mirror he used to summon it would just be gonzo. So this is really, really bad. Even though Lord Josh has card advantage, the dark, the long arm of the law gives no fucks about card advantage. If you can't make a play to kill that motherfucker, it's irrelevant. So he gets himself a free tour guide and a draw. Now card advantage is even, but we all know that tour guide will obviously make him go plus. Okay, so it looks like he activates Solemn. Wow, he opened with multiple Solemn Scoldings? Fair enough. And I personally would give up the 3,000 life points because if you didn't, you could get just destroyed. I'm going to say there's a high chance that Viper's going to win this duel if that back row is like any legitimate card, like Breakthrough Skill or anything. Alright, so he's going to activate another, I believe that's Senju, right? Yeah, he's going to activate another Senju. And I guess he's just risking it again. 1 in 3 chance of him losing that Colossalus. Shuffles his hand a ton. I mean, it automatically shuffles for you anyway when you add anything to the hand. Now, there is a chance that he obviously could activate Dark Law and then chain. Oh, no, he can't chain Mind Crush. He has no hand. He opts not to use the effect here. I mean, he knows that he's going to search a ritual spell. So now he'll probably, oh, this is next level. Now he'll probably activate the effect. Now he activates the effect because he knew that Colossalus was just trying to search something bigger. So now he has he has a 66% chance of getting rid of the problem, because if he has Kaleidoscope but no monster, he loses. And if he has no Kaleidoscope, he loses. So I guess it was much better not to hit the Colossalus. Cause if like he had 2 ritual monsters and you got a random ritual monster, he could just go Colossalus and then he could get a different spell for the different monster. But when he searched the Kaleido Mirror, he specifically went for one monster. And once he goes for that, or he specifically goes for that one spell, once he goes for that one spell, he's locked into that one monster. That one monster probably being Unicorn. And once he's locked into Unicorn, then if you hit Unicorn or you hit the spell, then he can't make a play. So if he passes turn, which he does, he doesn't die, but it just becomes so bad. Like, we've seen Dark Law just fucking lay down the law right now. The dude is just doing work. Not only does he have Lord Josh, where he has pretty much no graveyard, so he can't even use Valkyries to defend himself, but every time that he searched, he's gotten pretty much bit in the ass for it. You now see that he has to set a card, and pretty much unless that's Fossil Dying, I'm pretty sure Viper doesn't give a fuck. There's nothing in the Nekroz deck that can stand up to a Dark Law when face down. It can be Danko, it can be Fire Hand, Ice Hand. Dark Law gives no fucks. So he's now just grinding his opponent way down. Alright, so, I mean, at least he's not dying. Maybe you get lucky, you top deck a Regeki. I guess he's gonna die now. He's gonna spin that card into to the top of his deck, and that's enough to make him scoop. Obviously, once again, Valk was not a potential right there, or was not a potential play because he didn't have a graveyard, and Dark Law was just way too strong. I mean, once he summoned this Dark Law, you could make an argument that he really didn't need any other monsters for the entire game. Like, Dark Law just basically won the game by himself, Dolo. So, thank you guys for watching as always.